Good morning, everyone. Wayne back again, and welcome back to the workbench. Well, this is just a small little update on the the 11257 Chev Bel Air. Chassis complete. I've got a little bit more work to do on the engine. I want to dull coat the generator. I've got to do a little bit of using the Tamiya smoke on the valve covers, and again the velocity stacks, just a few little detail points, but basically chassis is done. So what I'll do, I'll flip it over. I mean, there's nothing, all this is going to be hidden anyways, so I used the Folk-Art gunmetal gray for in here. Everything I've been using so far has been acrylic paints. I've used no enamels on this whatsoever. So let me give this a flip and I'll see what the camera is going to do. Not sure how we're going to do this. Let's see how that works. So that doesn't work out too bad. Okay, so again, first of all, the headers. I want to thank Butch at Full Throttle Customs for sending me those. I've had to modify, take out part of the floor and the frame to get the headers in because of where the original mounts were for the transmission. Nothing fancy about the front end, the front suspension. It was just one piece, and then the lower control arms and all the K-frame and everything else like that was all one piece. It was just a simple put in, just fell into place. Same with the rear end. This is all just stock. Didn't do too much on it, just tried to do some detail painting. It's the again, the Folk-Art gunmetal gray just over the black. There's a bit of variation in color because when I was spraying the floor, the turquoise got on the frame, and then when I taped off, I sprayed the same color on the frame as what's on here. It's just that this is going over the turquoise and not over the black. So it just gives a little bit more of a color variation. The exhaust, I had envisioned as to how I wanted it, and so basically what I did was from the, like the whole exhaust was completely custom. So basically the mufflers themselves are just 7/16 evergreen styrene, 7/16 OD. The collars are quarter inch OD. And then the connecting pipes and the exhaust pipe are 3/16 188 the evergreen. What I did to get the bend was I had solder that was the identical size to the inside, so while it was straight I just lined it with solder, and then when I heated it and bent it, it gave me my radius is a lot better than just trying to do it without it. And then I just kicked it off on a 45-degree angle, went back up to the quarter inch, cut it on a 45-degree angle, and this is just bare metal foil. So that is about where I am right now. What I am doing, I'll just get rid of that. And what I'm doing right now is just moving onward and upward. There's not much to go on it. I've just started to tape off the interior because I am going with the cream and the turquoise. So now I'm just taping off the turquoise, and all up in here is going to be the cream. The seats are going to be cream. Floor, the rear shelf is turquoise. The dash is turquoise. So it's just going to be a play on the turquoise and cream theme. Like I said, yeah, all the paints that I'm using so far are all acrylic. But we have this, it's called turquoise water. This is, now, I like my Folk-Art. Don't get me wrong, Folk-Art, this is the gunmetal that I used on the frame and the other accent pieces, and then the tank and a lot of the underside is flat aluminum from Tamiya. Now, I want to talk about the multi-surface paints. This is the first multi-surface paint that I used, and I really didn't know too much about it. Anyways, but it seems to be a little harder. Like I've mixed the turquoise with a little bit of windshield washer fluid and then just my airbrush medium. And it just lays down super nice, super smooth. Um, and after it cures, like this has been sitting for about a week and a half in the turquoise, and I'm putting tape over it. I did the same thing with the frame when I sprayed the floor with the turquoise underneath, and then I taped the floor off after a few days to spray the gunmetal. This took the tape in it, and nothing come up. I was absolutely shocked. I thought, okay, I'm going to try taping it, and then I'm going to be brush painting, touch up, and everything else like that. The only touch ups I had to do on the underside was where I had bleed through. And this multi-surface paint is just a dream to work with. It's not metallic, but does it turn out super hard? And I have a funny feeling it's because it's meant for plates, glassware, and that. So that could have something to do with it. But I bought a few more in different colors, and we're going to do some experimenting with that on some future builds. So, but that's about where we are right now. Just a quick little update, just to keep everybody as to where I'm going and my progress. I mean, it's a very, very nice kit. You could go detailed to the hilt on it. Right now, I'm thinking about doing the brake lines and running the brake lines up and around. And I've already got it wired. I've already got the plumbed. It comes with nice heater hoses already. So I'll use the box heater hoses, and yeah, it's the parts are big enough, like the horns, where the horns sit. They're big enough to drill out and wire the horns. The headlight bezels are big enough. I'm not going to light it up, but they're big enough that you can run wires to it and to the parking lights and actually do a wire harness. And so that's what I'm debating right now as to how far I really want to go with this. So so that's it for me. I'm going to continue on with the interior, and until the next time, cheers.